Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Brandon. I'm an acting and performance coach, and today we have another line jumper. Michael, I misspoke in a video that I posted on my Patreon, on my Discord. I named Victor when saying that someone else had jumped the line. Michael, it was you. I'm so sorry for having done that. I was a little distracted around that time, but that's okay. That's in the past. Right now, Michael is getting his jump the line request. We have another request for Hua Chenyu singing something called The Fake Monk. Now, I was told that some people are very impressed by this, and some people are disturbed. This was the word that was used. I did not choose it. I don't know what that means. It's a little disconcerting, but we'll see what happens. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check the description for all my social media links, including a link to the Patreon, the Discord, the Jump the Line at buymeacoffee.com, all kinds of things, stuff everywhere. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, let's roll that intro.
我小的时候因为家人的工作繁忙而自己一个人成长，导致我不愿意去跟人打交道。
He was shy.
因为小孩子他最需要亲近的是喂他食物的人，这个人是他的父母。但如果父母长时间不在身边的话，他会觉得最信任的人都得不到关爱的话，那在别人身上很难去得到关爱。这些很多的因素会造就你明明其实很渴望有人来爱我，但是自己又会去排斥身边的人，其实很痛苦的。我最早写歌的时候是一种发泄，自己在一个房间里面很疯狂的弹琴，疯狂的唱，自己很爽。但是我的所有的发泄都不会去让别人听到，因为我曾经亲身体会过这种自我矛盾、自我挣扎，我就想用我当时的那个感觉把这首歌表达出来。它这个词我能在里面找到很多的共鸣，所以我在创作这首歌期间挺痛苦的，因为我要不断的去回想我以前不好的回忆。我加了一些很多呐喊的东西，可能观众听到这会觉得有点点难受，但是其实呐喊是在做最后的挣扎。没有人来关爱我的情况下，我需要自己来救自己。
这位歌手跟我说，这种表达方式，
但是幸好我运气比较好，就是我后来得到了很多的关爱，以至于我从这样的一个环境里面跳脱了出来。
掌声有请，欢迎下一位歌手。
So just to say a few words before we get any further into it, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's funny the things we remember when we're young, and I know that you guys are here to listen to him sing, and I promise I will get to that in just a second, if you'll indulge me. When I lived in many different homes growing up. When I was maybe 12 and 13, I lived in this apartment where my bed was right next to a window to my left. We were on the 3rd floor, so outside the window was just the top of the roof across the street, a power line, and then the sky. And I remember so specifically, I spent a lot of time alone as a kid, a lot. And my relationships with the adults in my life was complex. The sensation, for me, it wasn't the feeling necessarily that no one loved me. It was the feeling that it wasn't a thing that could happen, that caring for me, enjoying my company, loving me as someone who grew up and faced some struggles. It wasn't that I didn't think anyone did. It's that it didn't feel like it mattered what I did, how I behaved, or who I was, that there was nothing I could do to sort of endear myself to other people. And that sensation, the impending loneliness, the seemingly or assumed inevitable loneliness, was a very challenging thing to get through. I did, and I feel like I grew and I became who I am because of the experiences of my life. And I like who I am for the most part. And I'm sure that he would say the same obviously he took his struggle and his pain and he turned it into something beautiful. His artistry is remarkable, and I honestly don't believe he would have what he has as a performer if it weren't for the struggles that he went through in his life. So I'm really interested to see his performance. Let's get back to it.
所以我用一种反向的方式来让观众关注到，身边有这样的朋友的话，你需要尝试去走近他。他们可能心里面需要被关爱。
Yeah, that's beautiful. By the way,
今天花花没有穿鞋
beautiful.
He's not wearing shoes today.
To take your situation.
霍尊也长袍，他也长袍，是不一样，完全不一样的。
And even though you suffer, to want others to not have to endure that suffering. It's a sign of a truly empathetic soul. Haunting.
我要从南走到北，我还要从白走到黑，我要人们都看到我，但不知道我是谁。假如你看我有点累，就请你给我倒碗水。假如你已经爱上我，就请你吻我的嘴。我有着双脚，我有着双腿，我有着千山和万水，我要着所有的所有，但不要很后悔。要爱上我，你就别怕后悔。总有一天，我要远走高飞。我不想留在一个地方，也不愿有人跟随。人跟随。
Okay, all right. Oh, how to shum. Yeah, I'm doing this thing where I'm trying not to have to edit edit my videos. This is going to make it very hard. I've got to compose myself quickly compose myself or I've just got to keep talking while I try, because you guys are going to sit here and watch me stare at my desk for 3 minutes because I can't get my brain around what's happening in front of me. Usually I make a lot of cuts here. I've left this computer for nearly 10 minutes for certain performances because I just couldn't handle it, and I had to sort of collect my thoughts. I can't do that now because I just can't. So what am I going to say? What am I going to say? Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys enjoying this? Is this fun for you? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments what you're thinking, okay? Because what I'm thinking is okay, this is the first time I've tried to do this without allowing myself the room to pause. So I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, my emotions are a little all over the place because I'm trying to process what was happening, and you're getting a really kind of interesting behind the scenes glimpse at the way my brain works when I can't edit myself. So enjoy this, but tell me in the comments, okay? Give me a reprieve. Allow me a few minutes to, or not even a few minutes, just allow me a breath to collect myself, and tell me in the comments, how do you feel about this? If you're watching this right now, how do you feel listening to this thing, right? There's a statement about art that it's not about, the art is not about how much it costs. It's not about what it looks like. It's not about whether you like it or don't like it. It's not about the techniques used. It's not about all of the art. Is strictly and only about what it makes you feel. Other things are secondary. So I'm asking you now, all of you across the internet, you just watched, I'm out of breath. You just watched what I just watched, and I went completely silent. I went completely silent. It rocked me to my core. So really quickly, what do you feel? Pause the video, go down in the comments and write. I don't care if it's a sentence, one word. I don't care if it's 4 paragraphs. Write what you feel. What this made you feel. Okay. All right. So what did it make me feel? That's what you're here to find out, right? That's what you're here to see. It's why it was requested. It's why you guys show up. It made me feel exposed. It made me feel on display. It made me feel called out, I guess. I cannot tell you how often I have dealt with the sensation of trying to rectify in my own mind, trying to sort of like to make the things fit. And there's a word for that, and I can't think of it at the moment, but trying to reconcile the idea of wanting to stay away from everybody. Generally, usually out of fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, wanting to stay away, wanting other people to stay away, wanting to leave and no one to follow. How to reconcile that with my intense desire, my deep, intense desire for companionship, for company, for comfort, for love, for closeness, for intimacy. That the thing in me that desires those things generally takes a back seat, but it's never gone. So trying to reconcile those two parts of myself has always been a challenge for me. It's always been a challenge for me. And my goodness, I have no idea why any of you watch these videos. What am I talking about? I'm just telling you how I feel. And that's pretty much all I ever do. And you guys seem to enjoy it. So I hope you're enjoying this, because I don't know what else to say. That the performance, the arrangement, the choices that were made, right? The choices that were made were masterful in their authenticity, and how there is no way that a person who has not experienced these emotions, who hasn't felt this way, there's no way a person who grew up in a very balanced life with a very balanced family and a very well developed and oriented community. There's no way a person who grew up in that could arrange this the way it's been arranged and then perform it, present it to us like this. There's no way possible, because that, my friends, what we just saw, what we're watching right now, is a heart on display. That is a human experience compressed into a piece of art and laid out in front of us. And the most amazing thing about part of the human experience, and the reason I love art so much, particularly music, is that when a real slice of human experience is presented to us, we don't simply see it or hear it, we absorb it. It becomes tangible in the air, and we exist within it. And that is one of the most wonderful feelings. And it can be painful, and it can be scary, and it can be sad, and all those things. But no matter what the emotion that we're sharing, the sensation of sharing it, of being a part of a community, a human community with things in common, it's beautiful. I hope something that I said made sense. I'm not ready, guys. I'm not ready. I'm procrastinating. I've got my finger on the button. But I'm procrastinating. Okay. Nope, we're gonna go back. How is he still?
在这个地方也不愿有人跟随。
There's so much I want to say. There's a part of me that wants to go back and like break down different points of this performance. There was so much happening. Look, I don't know what the music market is like wherever he is from, wherever he is currently like making mainstream music. If he's making mainstream music, I know that this kind of music, this performance, this piece would not make it onto American pop radio. This kind of music, this is what you go to concert halls to experience. This is what I would call this high art. This would be considered high art to me. This is performance art. This was not simply a song. This was a performance piece. And I'm seeing more and more of that lately from you guys, from the requests that you're giving me, which I really like, because it makes me feel like you guys know me a little bit. Because look, I love watching a good old fashioned, concert. It's great. But if you really want me to sort of melt in my chair, if you really want to see me become impassioned about something, give me a good, strong, offbeat performance piece. What can I say? Okay, so the audience, their faces. If you could not tell, if you're watching me watch this and you're thinking, what's the big deal? I don't understand. I don't get it. That's fine. First of all, it's totally fine. Everybody's different. Things resonate with different people differently. So that's 100% fine. But I'm not crazy because and if you think I am, what you do is you go back and you watch all the audience inserts and you look at their faces and then you look at mine. I don't know what I look like, but I'll bet it was similar in a lot of cases. So we'll talk about the vocals. I've got to spend a little time on this. This is going to be a fairly long video. I'm so sorry for that, but I've got to spend a little bit of time on this because I'm kind of freaking out about it. So the vocals were incredible. This is another human being who seems to have multiple people. That he sings like multiple people. That going from the beginning of certain phrases, whenever it was very light, very ethereal, a little bit of head voice, is a very high mix, and then he would jump into this gritty, gravelly rock vibe that really, really, really did justice to the attitude and the intent of the lyric, while also just sounding really cool. So kudos to him for that. Okay, honestly, I'm going to be really honest. If he had been flat for 50 to 80% of this performance, I probably wouldn't have noticed. And that, my friends, is one of the earmarks of a very good performance. Because I'm telling you right now, whether it is music or acting or playing an instrument or dancing, if you are able to really encapsulate the emotion and explode that onto people, you can make as many mistakes as you want, and the audience likely will not notice. And if they do notice, it's just because that's why they're there, to notice mistakes. Just doesn't happen very often, because that was just too much for me to sit there and like really, I kept forgetting to read the lyrics. I did it again, but not me. I understood it just fine. I don't need it. Man, I'll bet without edits, I look really frantic and manic to you guys. I usually try to create some sort of equilibrium, some kind of steady flow with editing. This is going to look a little crazy. Okay, really quickly, I'm just going to wrap this up by saying that the performance, I love the interview at the beginning. What he said really resonated with me, but it helped me understand how he's able to take a piece like this first and arrange it the way that it was arranged, which I've never heard the original, but it looked like just a song, like a ballad, or an anthem. But this, he was able to take it and mold it into something that was, as I said, it was a slice. of genuine human experience, and it was just laid out before us to sort of bask in. And I am incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly grateful for this performance. I don't know how many of you are really interested in hearing stuff like this or being a part of reactions like this. I hope it's a lot of you, because I would very much like to do more things like this. I would like to keep this train rolling. Can we keep this train rolling? I'm in the wrong thing. So this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. This is where I should have been, because over there, there's all my socials. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you made it this far, thank you so much for being a part of this with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Check out the description or the panel to my left or to your right. For all my social media links, most of which I am rarely ever on. However, you can private message me on pretty much any of those, and within a few days I usually will get back to you. So I would love to talk to all of you guys, as many as possible anyway, before, as I kind of hope will happen, the channel gets too huge for me to interact with everybody all the time. Jump in there and send me a DM. Let's chat. Yeah, look, I'm still discombobulated. I'm still kind of lost. I don't know where I was or where I left off, but I will just start from here and say thank you so much, Michael, for this request. This was amazing. I am so happy to have just had the chance to experience that. So thank you, because you gave that to me. I really appreciate that. Yeah, man. All that being said, as always, guys, please remember to be kind to each other. Yeah. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.